So everybody knows the creationist Ken Ham. This is the guy who debated Bill Nye on evolution. Well, he's also the president of Answers in Genesis, which is the hilarious business and ministry which brought us the creationist theme park, which we mock mercilessly and joyfully all the time. And now they're trying to bring us a Noah's Ark park as well. And of course, in their minds, this is perfectly historically accurate. That's why they're doing it. It's all about the facts. So Raw Story is reporting today that they are suing their home state of Kentucky for religious discrimination. Now, why? Because the state refuses to give them $18 million in a tax rebate or subsidy to build their Noah's Ark park. So they're suing because the state won't give them an $18 million subsidy. They're suing based off of that. Could you imagine we did something like that? Like, I sue the state because the state is not giving SecularTalk an $18 million subsidy? Because what do we do on this show? It's historical, right? I'm giving you facts, I'm giving you news. Oftentimes I go back into history and describe what happened in the Great Depression and yada yada. So that's their argument. Oh, we're doing something that's a tourist attraction and it's historical, so give us a tax credit. Okay, well, this is an attraction because people watch it online all the time, and it's historical, so give me $18 million. And they say no, and then I sue them and say, you didn't give me $18 million, you're discriminating against me. It's amazing how frail their arguments are, but they believe them. So they released a statement, and they say, quote, "Our organization spent many months attempting to reason with state officials so that this lawsuit would not be necessary. However, the state was so insistent on treating our religious entity as a second-class citizen that we were simply left with no alternative but to proceed to court. This is the latest example of increasing government hostility towards religion in America, and it's certainly among the most blatant. Yes, 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 religion is treated so hostile in the United States of America. Because, 76% of the country is atheist. 76% is Christian. And over 90% of the country doesn't celebrate Christmas. Over 90% of the country does celebrate Christmas. Oh, that's interesting. A majority of the presidents in America have been atheists. Oh, that's right. A majority of the presidents have been Christians. So, where the fuck are you getting this from? Discrimination against religion in America. Yeah, I'm sure. So, here's the takeaway from this story. I cannot wait until we get the articles, and I hope there's footage of it, of how shocked Ken Ham is when he loses, and he loses quickly. Because I have no doubt that he fully believes in his argument, and he thinks that he's right, and he thinks that he's going to win. But when the judge laughs his punk ass out of the courtroom, I will gleefully be there with a grin on my face. The state of Kentucky originally gave a subsidy. They said, okay, we're going to give you the $18 million subsidy. And their argument was at the time, well, it's going to bring business and it's a tourist attraction, so okay, we can do that. But then when it became incredibly apparent that this was a clear violation of the First Amendment because it's the state endorsing religion, they had to cut it. It took a handful of, like the ACLU and some other civil liberties groups stepped up and they're like, are you serious? Like, if you do this, we're going to sue you immediately and you're going to lose on day one. So what are you doing? What are you doing? So the state was like, damn, they're right. By any interpretation of the First Amendment, even the most conservative, most pro-religious interpretation, you can't have give an $18 million subsidy to build a Noah's Ark. That's taxpayer money. You can't do that in America. We have a separation of church and state. We have the government has to be neutral on these issues. They cannot establish a religion. You can't favor one religion over another religion or religion over non-religion. That's exactly what this thing does. So I cannot wait to see how quickly he loses and how shocked he is. And then I'm going to make a prediction right now. When he loses, he's going to somehow invoke Satan. Whether he says the state of Kentucky is Satan, or the lawyers who were going against him were Satan, or the ACLU was Satan, or the judge was Satan, or the jury, or whoever the hell's making the decision. Somebody he's going to say is influenced by the devil. You heard it here first. We'll come back and we'll tell you when it does happen.